Hello, my name is Joshua Katana. Welcome to TradeVerge, the smarter and more reliable way to move goods across Uganda and East Africa. Be it a business owner delivering products to customers, a shop restocking inventory, an online seller fulfilling orders, TradeVerge connects you with trusted transporters quickly, securely, and professionally. So, no more endless phone calls looking for transport, no more uncertainty about pricing, no more wondering where your goods have reached. TradeVerge brings everything into one organized digital platform, from booking transport, tracking deliveries, managing payments, and connecting with professional transporters. And so in this tutorial, we'll walk through the complete client experience step by step. Number one, you learn how to create your account, set up location, save addresses, handle wallets, create delivery jobs, track deliveries live, manage transporters, and complete deliveries smoothly. So whether you're managing one delivery or hundreds of deliveries for your business, TradeVerge is designed to make logistics easier, faster, and more transparent. So to begin with, you can download the application from Aptoide for Android, and the link will be attached in the description below. Once installation is complete, open the application. After installation, open the application and you'll have a walkthrough screens of how the platform works. And then you'll land on the login page. So this is the official login page. If you already have an account, simply log in using your email and password. But if you're new to TradeVerge, then tap sign up. And on sign up, we have different users. For example, the user, or I can call them client. So this is the person who wants to make orders so that transporters can accept the jobs and move items from point A to point B. And then a transporter is an individual transporter on the system who receives jobs from clients. So they can accept jobs and they go ahead to do deliveries. And then finally, the transport company, with this, as we shall look at them ahead of time, this is a company login. So with a company login, you can manage fleets, you can manage drivers, you can have managers on the platform and different stuff. So you can do quite a number of things with a transport company login. But in this video, we shall concentrate on the user, that is the client. So simply tap the user section and they'll give us a form to fill in our details. With name, I can say John Doe. Email, I can say, I put in my email and the contact number, and then I will set a password. And then I will agree to the terms. You can read through the terms and the privacy policy, and then simply tap sign up. So when you sign up, your details are successfully saved. So you can come to the login page and simply put in your details and then sign in. So when you sign in, you'll have to verify your contact and probably email. So you'll receive an OTP. And when you receive the OTP on your number, just put in and then submit. So after successfully being verified, you'll be led to this page where you need to choose your city because this is a very important step because it helps you find the drivers around you. So when you create your orders, you can know which drivers are close in your vicinity. So after choosing a city, we are led direct to the client dashboard. The client dashboard is your main center inside TradeVerge. This is where you manage all your deliveries, payments, and transport activities. As you can see at the top, there are quick access options such as Create Job, My Jobs, TradeVerge Interact. These are the tools you'll use most frequently. And below that, you will see an ads section. And then below the ads section, you will see a summary that is showing total jobs created, pending deliveries, and completed deliveries. So this gives you a quick overview of your logistics activity. Whether you're handling one dispatch or running daily business deliveries, the dashboard helps you stay organized. And at the top right, we have notifications. You can decide to change your city depending on where you are at that point. You can filter the jobs according to the status they are in. For example, an active job or an accepted job by a transporter, a job that is in delivery at that point, and access other important updates. At the bottom, you'll see a big button that is your wallet. So your wallet is where you manage your payments, your top-ups, refunds, and transaction history. And we'll cover this in detail shortly. Right now, I would like us to check out the account section. So in the account section, you have your profile. You can decide to set a profile picture. You can also add your address and save changes. In the account section, you can also manage wallet, my addresses, you can change your password, you can choose a language, you can choose a theme to dark mode, your bank details, you can manage your account deletion as well, and other items. So you can also reach us through help and support in the account settings. Okay, right about now, I would like us to go immediately to creating a job. I mean, this is the specific purpose of the application. So as a client, when you need your goods transferred from one point to another and you need a transporter, you come to the Create Job section. Now, in Create Job, TradeVerge has been made in a way that it is a free range system. You can set your own price for this job. And if you are a new user and would like help with the prices of your transportation, we have what we call the TradeVerge Interact, which we'll look at after, that will guide you on how to set your prices for the different jobs that you would like to set. So for example, I can say, for the sake of testing, I'll use little money. I can say this job price, I want it at 1,000 Ugandan shillings. I can put in the different weight, or I can leave it at that if I'm not sure of the weight. And then the parcel type, I will choose what type of cargo are you transporting. I can say pellets. So I say next. And then the next page brings us to the pickup information. So at pickup, we have to choose location, the contact of the person who is at the pickup location, the descriptions and the instructions. So location, now with this application, you add addresses. So they can be reusable later when you have to. So I'll add the address of where I want my things or my cargo picked. So when you're selecting a location, it will take you to the map. And when you are at the map, you can choose the location of where you are or where you want your goods to be picked. For example, I can say I'm in this location, or you can search by address. You can say Mapera House. Let me say Mapera House. So you confirm your pickup location. You can put your contact here that shows your pickup information. You can place a contact and attach it to an address, and then you can call this address, let me say office. It could be your work, your home, or office. So when you save this address, you can come back to the pickup information and choose that address as your pickup information. So the number you put will be added to the contact number. The pickup person contact name, so this will be the name that is showed to the driver. Let me give an example of James. Pickup description, I can give a description of what, or of the directions of where I want the person to come, the transporter rather. So I can say behind Mapera, and then with pickup instructions, I can say the cargo is delicate, handle with care. I press next, and then it will bring us right to the delivery information. In the delivery information, we can put a new address, so we can save a new address of where the things are going. Come to the plus sign, choose an address. I can say this will go to Mukono. Let me put a random location, but you can specify the delivery address. So I can confirm delivery address. I can decide to put the number of the person at the delivery address. Let me give a random contact, 77000000. And after inputting your number, you can also decide to put in the address type. You can say this is home. You save the address, go back to choose delivery address and put in your home address. So you can see the delivery contact number is the same. The reason as to why the system works in an address format is because you may need to use the same address next time, so you can save or delete any address. I could say sign documents before leaving. I press next. So after pressing next, we'll be brought to the review route, and so you can see where the cargo is coming from, Kampala, and where it is going to Mukono. So this map will also be used to track the driver while they move from point A to point B. So when we say next, you can see a preview of what your order is. You can also choose a specific transporter if they are in the vicinity, and then you can come to vehicle and choose a vehicle of your choice. Let me say heavy truck, a light vehicle, medium truck, refrigerated truck. Let me say I need a light vehicle. So when you choose light vehicle, in the transporters, the people who will see this order are the transporters with that kind of vehicle, and you can see your totals. What is good about this system is currently the system is entirely relying on wallet payments. Why did we choose wallet payments? Because the system is an escrow system, meaning that Before a job is created, money has to be available for that job in the system. And there are different ways the money will be transferred from the client account to the transporter's account, and that is at pickup and at delivery, but we shall look at that shortly. And so it creates a form of trust to the transporter that the money for the job is available, and so it creates an assurance between the client and the transporter, therefore building more trust. So let's try placing a job. Now, as you can see, we do not have sufficient balance in the wallet because we haven't put any money in the wallet. So before you create a job, there should be money enough for that job on the application. So let's go to top up wallet. In the top up wallet, so after the money is sent to the wallet, the job will automatically be created. So when you look at our wallet, this is how our wallet looks like. The fact that we've just created a job of 1,000 shillings, our balance is still zero. Now, when you create a job in the application, the money that is supposed to pay for that job is held by the system. So it shifts from the wallet balance to a held position, so that when you create other jobs, the money that is supposed to pay for other jobs should not interfere the money that is going to pay for a specific job. So whichever job you create, the money in the wallet is moved from the available balance to a held position, as you can see in our wallet. Otherwise, you can still top up any kind of money in your wallet. And still take the same process. As you can see, I've topped up my wallet with 3,000 shillings and the money has been added to the wallet. So going back to the job, we have created a job, and you can see here that we already have a job, and these are the details of the job: where it is going, where it's coming from, the total amount of the job, and the order details. Now, one other important feature in this system is offers. As you can see below here, check for bid. Transporters who see this job in their dashboard can decide to place an offer. For example, you say this job is 1,000, but the transporter can place an offer and say, can you add on some money? And it becomes 2,000 or 3,000. And when you check for bids, those offers will show here. You can decide to accept or reject depending on what you desire. And so this is the whole process of creating a job. So when you create a job, transporters can see the job and accept the job. I would like us to look at the different stages the job is in when a transporter accepts it. For example, right now we've just created the job and it is in created. The next stage is when a transporter accepts the job and then they are ready to come for pickup. The state changes from created to accepted, and in the accepted state you can actually track the arrival of the transporter to the location of pickup. And once the transporter arrives, then Of course, the unloading happens, and then the state changes to picked up when they confirm that they have picked up. Now, at this level of pickup is when they receive their first payment. So the payment happens in two batches. They receive 50% on pickup, and they receive 50% of the payment on delivery. And so how this happens to secure funds, because a transporter can decide to pick up without confirmation. So an OTP is sent to the client, and the client shares that OTP with the transporter to confirm that the order has been picked up. And on pickup, when we check our wallet, you can actually see that there has been a payment for that specific job, and that is half of the payment. Remember, the job is at 1,000, so half is paid to the transporter at this pickup point, and then the rest of the half is paid on delivery. And then coming back to our job, when the driver sets off for delivery, you can see our job detail is now departed, and we have the button to track our job. So when you tap track job, you can see where the driver is in that specific moment to the point when they make delivery. So the system helps you track your delivery to wherever it is going, even when you're away. Now, the next step of the job status is delivered. And this is when the transporter has arrived, an OTP has been sent to you, you've confirmed that the transporter has arrived, and then the job status changes to delivered. At this point, the rest of the money, that is the 50%, is also sent to the transporter. And as you can see, now we have the invoice button. This is a system generated report of your order, and so you can download it and keep it or share it with any party that is responsible. And so this is the whole job process. And as you can see in the notifications, you keep receiving notifications of the OTPs, the job status. At that point, you can see a job has been successfully delivered, is out for delivery. So you follow the delivery process with notifications all throughout. And so basically that is the job process. From the stats down here, you can see you have one job and you have one completed job. There is no job pending. And right now I would like us to look at the TradeVerge Interact. Now, we are introducing the TradeVerge Interact for one main reason. This is a way how clients can connect or inquire about the job process. Let me say I am a new client in the market, and I would like to know how much it costs to transfer my goods in a specific car from point A to point B. So the TradeVerge Interact is there to help clients connect with transporters and find out the information they require. Now, this whole process is free, where transporters see requests from clients about the jobs they are about to create. This step happens before you create a job, and so it is entirely free. It is just an inquiry where I would like to know if I wanted to send my products from point A to point B, how much would it cost? And so when transporters see this request, they can reply with the amount of money for that specific job, depending on the car and the distance provided for that job. As you can see, you fill in the details, the pickup location, the delivery location, that you can even transform this guidance request into a real job later when you receive responses from different transporters on how much the price of that job can be. Another thing that TradeVerge Interact does is that you'll see different ads from the admin. You will also see different details. Let me say market feed, what is trending at that point in different locations. So basically, the TradeVerge Interact gives you guidance in job creation, in knowing what exactly you need to have a successful job created. And that brings us to a close of our client interface. Please, for more information, feel free to reach out on any of our platforms or in the support and help box. Otherwise, download the app and enjoy watching your business grow with a platform that is going to help you in your logistics in a smart way. Now, the other thing that you can do is withdrawals as well. So you can withdraw your money at any time and it is instant.